need your smiles. You get those smiles. So thanks for listening, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.
KNAF News Time is 12:31. This is Richard Zowie. It's time now to look at funeral announcements brought to you by Shutter Funeral Homes and by Fredericksburg Funeral Home. Don Michael Ingalls passed away January 11th at the age of 83. Don Ingalls is survived by his wife, Gloria Ingalls of Fredericksburg, his daughter, Valerie Bombardella, and husband, Roland of Austin, son, Michael Ingalls, and wife, Rose of Fredericksburg, 4 grandchildren, siblings, Larry Ingalls and wife, Grace of High Point, North Carolina, Sandra Johnson of Glen Rose, Vicki Beck of Newkirk, Oklahoma. Don Ingalls will be cremated with a memorial service at a later date. Online condolences may be left at fredericksburg-funerals.com. Fredericksburg Funeral Home is handling Don Ingalls' final arrangements. William G. Sproles of Comfort passed away on Friday, January 10th at the age of 91. William Sproles is survived by 2 daughters, 1 son, and spouses, Vivian Sherilyn Woods of Fredericksburg, Branda J. and Gary Clare, also of Fredericksburg, Albert L. Sproles of Kerrville, 8 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren, and a brother, Earl Sproles of Virginia. The body will lie in state at the Gaddis United Methodist Church in Comfort from 10 to 11 a.m. tomorrow, January 15th, with funeral services at 11 a.m. with the Reverend Barbara Dyke officiating. Graveside services and interment with military honors will follow in the Comfort Cemetery. For those who so desire, you may make memorial contributions in his memory to the Kendall County EMS or to the charity of your choice. Funeral arrangements for William Sproles are under the direction of Shutter Funeral Home, and expressions of sympathy may be sent to shutter.com. These funeral announcements have been brought to you by Shutter Funeral Homes and by Fredericksburg Funeral Home. And now we have a birth announcement. Leonardo Lee Vieira, a boy. He was born January 5th at Hill Country Memorial Hospital here in Fredericksburg. He weighs 8 pounds, 10 ounces, or weighed rather 8 pounds, 10 ounces, measured 21 inches in length. His mother is Crystal Aguilar. His father is Jose Vieira. And his grandmother is Graciela Vieira. And he joins older sisters Emilia and Rose Vieira. Welcome to the world, Leonardo Lee Vieira. This segment of news is sponsored by Lochte Feed and General Store. The Golden Hub Community Center for today, Tuesday, January 14th, makes you think about LSU winning the national championship last night in college football. They are serving chicken and sausage jambalaya, rice, confetti corn, scalloped apples, cornbread, and milk. And as for diners 60 years of age and over, requested donation is $5 for dine-in only. To-go orders, there's a $5 charge. If you're under 60, whether dining in or to-go, there is a $6 charge. Call the day before or no later than 9 a.m. the day of to make your reservation. Lunch is served Monday through Friday at noon. Golden Hub's phone number is 830-997-7131. The address is 1009 North Lincoln, right here in Fredericksburg, and they're online at goldenhub.org.
General Store has everything you need to have a beautiful garden. From plants and fertilizers to water hoses and sprinklers. Lochte Feed and General Store has just what you're looking for. Hate those pesky stickers in your yard? Apply pre-emergent to your yard late January through February to have a sticker-free lawn. Stop by and ask the fine folks at Lochte Feed and General Store all about the lawn and garden products they carry. That's 509 Longhorn Street in Fredericksburg, Texas.
And now it's time to see what the Fredericksburg Police Department has been up to for January the 13th. They made 30 calls, or rather responded to 30 calls for service, and made 23 traffic stops. This included 1 minor accident, 4 animal calls, 1 civil dispute, 2 disturbances, 7 follow-ups, 2 calls regarding illegal parking, 4 calls for other, 3 calls regarding public relations, 2 for suspicious other activity, 4 calls for traffic hazards involving jaywalkers. And they also responded to, or rather made 23 traffic stops. Everybody was on their good behavior yesterday. Nobody was arrested, and nobody received a citation. And this update on a couple of murder suspects we've had in Gillespie County. An arrested suspect in a 20-year murder investigation is now out on bond. Hyun Jordan Hong, of 47 of Floresville, was arrested early December 2019 by the Gillespie County Sheriff's Office for his alleged connection in the unsolved murder of 26-year-old Ju Huai Yen of San Antonio. Hong was being held on $300,000 bond, which has been posted. A Gillespie County Jail spokesman confirmed he has been released. Yen's body was found near Interstate Highway 10 in Gillespie County on February 2, 2000, with a gunshot wound to his chest. The indictment for Hong came from the 216th Judicial District Grand Jury, stemming from a call the sheriff's office received on February 2, 2000, the day Yen's body was found. We're waiting on word for Hong's next court date. A Texas Ranger with the Unsolved Crimes Investigation Cold Case and the Wilson County Sheriff's Office assisted with the investigation and arrest. And another Gillespie County murder suspect, 33-year-old Justin Earl Smoot of San Antonio. He was arrested mid-December for the murder of his mother, 57-year-old Kimberly K. Smoot of Stonewall. Justin Smoot remains in Gillespie County Jail with a bond set at $1 million. And now taking a look at sports, yesterday, the Fredericksburg Lady Billy soccer team traveled all the way up to Waco. It's quite a drive, making gasoline stations happy. And they took on Waco Conley and shut them out 4-0. And as for the Fredericksburg High School girls basketball team, tonight they will be taking on Bernie, and that should be quite a grudge match. That is a district match, by the way. Fredericksburg High School boys hoops that last night they took on Divine and won by a score of 58-48, and that makes the Billies 23-0 on the season. And just to update you on upcoming games and so forth, on January 17th, the Lady Billies will be at home. That's going to be Friday. They'll be taking on Wimberley at the gymnasium, 6:30 p.m. tip-off time. As for the Billies basketball team, their next game is going to be Friday on the road at Wimberley, and that will be, I believe, Lano will be their... Looks like district play will be against either Wimberley or Lano. We'll have to check the schedule, but tip-off time is at 6:30 p.m. Johnson City Lady Eagles basketball, their next game is going to be Friday, January 17th. They will be hosting Florence. Teacher night, tip-off is at 6:15 p.m. And the boys will also take on Florence, the Eagles basketball team from Johnson City. They will tip off at 8 p.m. that night. The Harper Lady Horns on Friday will host Mason, 6:15 p.m. And the Harper Longhorns basketball team will also host Mason. They will be at 7:30 p.m. again on January 17th. And for Fredericksburg High School girls varsity soccer, their next game is, looks like they got some open dates, and their next scheduled game will be January 21st, 7:30 p.m. at home. They take on San Antonio Sam Houston. And as for the boys basketball, or rather the boys soccer team, their next game is going to be, they have some open spots, and then their next game will be January 21st against San Antonio Lanier in San Antonio. They did play Uvalde last night, but we do not have actually they're scheduled to play Uvalde tonight, January 14th at 7 p.m. That's going to be on the road in Uvalde.
Not too many businesses that can say they've been locally owned and operated for over 75 years, but Lockby Feed and General Store can. What's their secret? Customer service. Lockby Feed and General Store has always been there for the farmer and rancher, with quality products as well as livestock feed and supplies. Whether you need 50 pounds or a ton, pull into the warehouse and they'll still load it up for you. Lockby Feed and General Store has grown with the Hill Country and offer even more merchandise, including a huge pet department, saddle and tack, Wrangler jeans and shirts, Red Wing work boots, gift items, lawn and garden supplies, animal health care, and so much more. When you visit Lockby Feed and General Store,
Again, for those wondering who aren't familiar with the station, this is AM 910 KNAF in Fredericksburg, Texas. Fredericksburg is about 70 miles northwest of San Antonio in the Texas Hill Country.
Conveniently located at 509 Longhorn Street in Fredericksburg. Whether you're a homeowner, farmer, rancher, or pet lover, Lockby Feed and General Store has what you're looking for at a price you'll like.
And now taking a look at some local news. The registration deadline for spring classes at Central Texas College, Fredericksburg, has passed. Returning students and students already enrolled can still sign up for spring semester classes held on-site at Hill Country University Center in Fredericksburg until January 23rd. The classes offered include Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, Composition 1 and 2, Texas Government, U.S. History 2, Texas History, General Psychology, Business and Professional Communications, and so forth. And students not yet enrolled in CTEC are invited to do so at any time. Online courses are offered year-round beginning each month. And the school offers more than 100 degrees that can be completed with a combination of online and on-site programs. The community is invited to two veterans benefit seminars. The first one's going to be, actually they'll both be here in Fredericksburg. The first will be Thursday, February 6th, 4 p.m. Seating limited to 30 attendees at the American Legion Hall at 23747 West U.S. Highway 290 in Harper. RSVP by Tuesday, February 4th. And veterans are invited to attend the Legion meeting after the seminar. Then Tuesday, February 11th at 6 p.m., seating is limited to 45 attendees. The village is at Windcrest, 702 West Windcrest Street in Fredericksburg. You can RSVP to that by Thursday, February 6th. The topics include non-service connected pension for wartime-era veterans and their surviving spouses, dependency indemnity compensation for surviving spouses, burial benefits, and the recent changes to disability compensation. And veterans and spouses, surviving spouses of veterans, family members, and so forth are invited to attend. And tonight, actually going on from 2 to 7, will be the Fredericksburg Relief Route Study. That's going to be a come and go at your convenience. It's going to be at the Gillespie County Farm Bureau PAPE Event Center. At 2:37, Equestrian Drive here in Fredericksburg, and they'll be discussing the latest going on with the relief route. 5:30 p.m. tonight, the City of Fredericksburg Historic Review Board will have a meeting. That's going to be the Law Enforcement Center at 1601 East Main Street. And also today at 1 o'clock, the Guadalupe Water Group will meet at the Forum of the Kerr Arts and Cultural Center. Helen Faith Green will share her artistic approach in a demo. And the Kerr Arts and Cultural Center is at 228 Earl Garrett Street. And also all veterans are invited to attend the NJROTC Annual Military Inspection Wednesday, January 15th, 10 to 11 a.m. at the main gym of the Fredericksburg High School. And the Pilot KNAF Extension Education Club will meet at 9:30 a.m. Friday, January 17th at the Gillespie County Extension Building at 95 Frederick Road. Tim Dooley will present a program on the history of Dooley Store. Members are reminded to have their volunteer hours ready to record. And the next meeting for the Rady Bear Creek Community Club will be Friday, January 17th at the Golden Hub Senior Center at 1009 North Lincoln, right here in Fredericksburg, the annual fish fundraiser. The fish fry fundraiser, there we go. Tickets can be purchased in advance for $10 each or bought at the door for $11 each. They begin serving at 5 p.m. and at 7:30 p.m. and they'll have live entertainment from Littlest Big Band. And there's also going to be a official dedication memorial plaque honoring the World War II service of N.J., Sam, and B.N. Roccaforte. These are three brothers who served together. Only two came home. This will be Saturday, January 18th at 2 p.m. at the National Museum of the Pacific War, 340 East Main Street in Fredericksburg at the Courtyard. Please RSVP to S as in Stephanie, Hagee, Hagee, of course, at nimitzfoundation.org. And also, we have the American Legion's having a fundraising barbecue dinner Sunday, January 19th at the American Legion Hall, 726 South Washington, U.S. Highway 87 South. It's drive-through only. You can have barbecue chicken or pork plates with all the trimmings. Serving is from 10:30 a.m. until sold out. Cost of the meal is $10 per plate. And that's been a look at local news here on AM 910 KNAF Fredericksburg. This is Richard Zowie. The local news segment was sponsored by Lochte Feed and General Store. Coming up next, we'll have weather and then the Farm and Ranch News.
At Lochte Feed General Store in our XL Show Feed line, we offer great options for cattle, goats, lambs, pigs, poultry, and rabbits.